First coin. At a bottle dump, we have Miss Rebecca with us, and she's already pulled a fork out first thing.
Silver plate for sure.
And she's in her blue, so we're at a turn of the century.
It's totally straight. You see?
Location. There's stuff here from the early 1900s and sometimes the late 1800s because people hold on to stuff. I just found a little button, a little snap button. So later tech, and then a little thimble. So I'm happy. It's already a good day. Springtime. Yeah, so whole hillside here we're gonna dig through. We don't erode it massively, we just dig in and refill our holes, and yep, that's what we're gonna do. There's the details on that, little patterning and stuff. That's a cute little thimble. It's a good start. So I just shoved in here a little bit, got our first complete vessel. It is a drinking cup. It's got numbers on it and a little insignia. HA. That's a full little drinking glass. I'll set that up here. Oh, a real steep spot. So I'm just gonna make a little shelf where all of our stuff would land. Oh, scoot you out to a different location. Ledge where everything goes on to so it doesn't go downhill. And then we just take off little layers and look for things to fall out. I really like the little metal objects as much as bottles. So and there's constant broken glass. And this site had a lot of fire going on. So this is one of the types of dumps where they would burn it off and burn it off. Piece of copper wire. Add that to our copper wire collection for the day. I have found all sorts of good things mixed in. You just never know. And it kind of moves slow. So you see all the littler details. That would have been a small little bottle, maybe perfume or medicine. We'll go check in with my mom here in a little. Glass and such. It's HA again. Top of an old milk jug. Everybody had their milk delivered. Just went to multiple morning breakfasts before it finally broke. That might have been the bowl it broke with. Huh, that's ceramic. That's pretty cool. That broken green ceramic rod, maybe a stir stick from a martini set or something. But that could get repurposed, that's cool. It's a whole little vessel. Best of, it's a mayonnaise jar. Okay, and I know these are dump sites, but to preserve locations, to not freak people out, and to honestly not cause erosion, you can always, when you're excavating, whether it's for crystals or bottles or whatever, you can always try and limit the actual damage that you do. Sometimes you have to dig big, huge holes, climb down in them. I totally get that. Everybody tries to fill in their stuff. This is one of the techniques that I use is I create a little shelf and I kind of go in an angle. I continue to stack my spoils up higher and higher as I go down in there. This is actually pretty far down in there. And then I'll pull organic that's already slid downhill and I'll move it uphill and I'll kind of cap off my tailings and I'll work in the ledge and I can come through here and take what's above and it's not sliding down the hill, it's not freaking people out, and it's not causing mass erosion, and you can basically close the wound up by pulling down the above onto the below and sort through it and just create a little shelf for yourself basically. And I like an angled shelf. I like to dress it out. It's also a way of camouflaging the whole thing so that it doesn't look like you're up digging huge gouges in anything. And yeah, it's just some tips if you want to employ them yourself, and then you're more likely to come back to a spot, whatever it is you're doing, and find that you still have access to do it. Yeah, this tree for some reason. Here's her ledge that she's working, and we got the front dressed out with branches, and yeah. And remember, all of the grinders that work on rock and stuff work really easy on glass. You can consider it a super soft stone. It's not very fracturous because it's pure, so you can cut and grind glass down. So you can take anything like that and cut it right in half with a rock saw or a tile saw.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, you can just set it there and then you just sand that with sandpaper. You can use sandpaper that you use on wood to sand glass. That's how soft it is. You can use nail files on it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
bring my tiny stick.
oh, we have milk glass. This would have been like a oil of Olay or a Pond's product. I don't see any words on it, but it is a nice piece of milk glass. As the time passes, these become more and more rare. Very cool. Go ahead and start hanging on to those like I save copper pennies. A lot of melting. All dumps were burnt back in the day to reduce the volume of the mass. Okay, we're not going to go any closer to that little tree. We're just going to go that way and then fill this back in by bringing a lot of this down to a more relieved slant. Spoon. Spoon. Just went for a little walk, looking around on the surface everywhere where people have dug, and the water has washed it clean. Found a little bottom of a little face cream container, another milk glass. Found a really cool melted bottle. It's the result of being in the fire in the dump, but that's complete and kind of globular. And I think we're going to go ahead and hang on to that, even though it's a screw top, just because it's so cool. And then one of these, always find one of these little ramekins. This Don't know what it is. Looks like it snapped off right there. But that is solid glass, and it's even got a little bit of rainbow to it. It's cast. Maybe a picture. It's gonna be something cool now. Somebody will make something out of it. We'll save it from here. And then a little screw top. Big old pickle jar. Piece of copper pipe with chrome plating. I brought my little trowel.
That's a good thing.
And as usual, we only have 3 days to sort it out. Look at that. Look at that. That's half of a... Ouch. Red glass lens. That's red glass made by using gold. That's how they used to get the color into the glass. And that's beautiful. That's a... I like that, even if it's just half. That's awesome. Yay! Use the space. To sort stuff into. Oh, what were you? Strange little thing. Like it had nail holes, but then, huh? Strange. Look. Beautiful. It's a glass cork. It's a bottle stopper. Hey, who doesn't love that? Yay, look at that. It's gonna go on my shelf in the top of a bottle. Nice. Good days. We gotta go check in with the mom soon. Definitely a screw top. Definitely. No words. Clear bottle. Just a healthy slope again. And there's our findings. We'll take those over and check on her. Wow, that's the real deal.
Well, maybe really from Chinatown in the 1950s. Gung Hei Fat Choi. Doesn't have the look of fine china about it, but it's pretty fine for this pile.
I just pulled this out. It's complete. It's got little, looks like bamboo shoots going up it. It's a cork top. Everything here is pretty new, but thought it might be interesting. This is U&W patent. You can look that up for sure. Genuine. Well, it's definitely a cute bottle. That's almost a vase in itself. It's got the little symbols all the way around it here. And the little bamboo pattern. And the sides on it. Oh, it's another one. Yay. Now I have a match set. Well, that's pretty cool. And there's the bottom of a glass.
Yeah.
Basically do yourself a dugout shelter here.
I'm gonna refill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna refill over here, but I'm going a little
Yeah,
bit
no,
sideways.
you're getting into the deep stuff for sure. And gives you a spot to sit.
Yeah. I'm gonna refill. This has construction weird stuff in it, so I'm going sideways. And I didn't bring anything to. Wish I hadn't scratched it.
Awesome. Yeah, I didn't bring any cleanup tools either. Just got this little piece of old crystal glass. Ultra beautiful. Just out on a little another walk around and found a little spoon. We can clean it up, it'll look cute. In pretty bad condition, it went through the fires and stuff. Just looking where other people tore the hillside open and left it open. And kind of eyeballing the stuff on the surface. It's a battery core. And this was sticking out of here. Because rains come by. Oh, look, the perfume bottle. Down here closer to the human area where everybody's dug through it for ages. And it's just exposed. And massive stuff everywhere. I'm kind of cherry picking some copper wire out of it. And looking at this piece of wrought iron. I think that's kind of cool. It's got a nice twist to it. But yeah, that's what I found interesting in here was enough big copper wire to make a whole tree or something. Inside of an engine, piston, parts. I was kind of climbing the hillside looking for the butts of stuff. And this little, probably a perfume bottle, screw top. Early 1900s, like the rest of it. There might even be info. Yep, patent pending on there. I'll go ahead and hang on to that. Yeah, more just stuff, but too many cool details to ignore. And this is like the pedals off of a tractor or a car, but definitely the foot workings for gears. Square nails sticking out, so there could be older stuff, or barns torn down, tossed over the edge. And little tops of what would be ornate perfume cork tops. Maybe we're in an area that had slightly older stuff, you never know. And then look at this big old piece of copper or brass. Wonder how much copper and brass is in the hillside. Anyhow. Got ourselves a spoon. And the bottom of a cup. And another weird piece of glass, but we got a spoon. I like spoons. Spoons make me happy. Especially when they have initials on there. We shall see. Little teardropper. And a glass. Old chain, that could be cool. Just kind of pawing around and then moving all over and just seeing what we find. So I'll show you when we do spark plug. Flicked him out of his little hole. Scorpion's a lot like a rattlesnake. They, here, you can guard my stuff for me. When I was younger and I would mess with them more, I discovered that it's almost impossible to get them to strike onto a stick unless you really threaten their lives. Not that I threaten their lives a whole bunch, but they're just very calm. They just don't. They don't strike at things that they're not trying to hunt and eat. That's not really a defense thing for them. They'd rather hide like he's doing there. And laying in amongst all of this is this. So that's the whole thing. Wow. Serendipitous discoveries. But that is cool. Glad I got to show you more details. This is from a natural source that's within, I can tell by what it's made out of, from about 2 miles from here. Where are you going? You trying to crawl back over to your house? Calm down. He's coming after us now. Give me my loot. That's what he was guarding. Okay, there you go. Oh. Huh? Yeah. Creepy. That's what's going on in bottle dumps. Be careful. These are cool. This is a glass fuse. Call your modern fuse. Shockproof. Maybe we'll just ditch the metal part. Save the glass part. Oh, it's a bottle stopper. And here's a piece of a handle, a knife.
Oh, no, this is for real in here. I got a piece in there that's really cute.
Man, you go into a lot of material.
I buried half of it back in my collapse. I'm saving my
Little bottle with its thing still in it. That's kind of creepy. Yikes. Oh, that is a cute one. Might even be an inker for our ink collection. Go. We'll leave that one here. It's got black moors in it. The little screw top anyways. Go here, the farther back in time we're getting. And that's actually working here. Sometimes it doesn't. Little tile. Oh, there's another one. No. I feel like we're getting back there in time now. Yeah, it would have been a nice green. Look at that. Beautiful. Emerson bottle. Little brown screw top. Must have been the top of a vase, artistically made like that. And now it's the leg of an alien. It's pretty cool though. It's got this little guy, he's melted. I think it's cool. Save that and see if I can use it for something or pass it along to somebody else. First coin. It's a coin. It's a smallish copper. You can see the president's head on there. It's probably a Wheatie. It is. We got a Wheatie. Yay!
I got my loop. Yeah.
Oh, I have a digital zoom here too. Looks like 1940s. Really corroded, but I'm happy to find a coin out of here for sure. Yeah. Man, this thing zooms in really close. Huh?
A coin.
A coin. Pocket fine. I found a wedding ring up here before. Yeah, it's pretty
Gone.
pretty gone, but it looks like a 4. They were kind of smaller.
Beautiful.
I want to find the rest of the
It
jar.
almost looks steel.
I know. It's a 1943. No, that'd be cool then. It does look though steel.
It does look steel.
But it had green on it, I guess, when I first saw it.
Wow, a real coin out of here. I've been waiting and waiting. I knew they'd do something again.
Salt for your snack? Out for a second and show you how we're progressing here. Quite the little berm, but where I started up there, you see we're already stitched in. It's just leaned out, ready to fall back in. We're actually super deep, and there isn't a big dirt trail down slope just right where we are. And we can disappear it right after we're done. And the snap button, bottom of a champagne glass, but it melted. Such a cool wind. Left a little tab. I think if we put a string on there and hang that, it's a wind chime center already. This might very well be silver. I've seen that happen up here. Appears to be a white metal uncrusting underneath the bluish patina. The edge of a picture frame or something. And a piece of copper wire. But I just saw some cool things lurking way back in here. Here's a trowel for reference of depth there. So that's you can see it's just leaned back and then it leans back, or you can close it back in. But it's just mostly cans and stuff. So some spots are just solid can work, and that was the best finds out of there was the copper, piece of copper. So can. You lean that back in, and no tailings pile downhill. So that's how I do it. Yeah, real burnt, real molten. Turn of the century, like 1900s, and then lit on fire and lit on fire and lit on fire. That's what I wanted to show you. It looks like still a screw top. Little medicine bottle. What's it say? Oh, it's a Jergens. Yikes. When lotions came in bottles. So, poke and prod in there a little bit more, but we're really reaching the extent of how far back I can reach, or anything can get. Cute little perfume bottle. Perfect. Look. Yeah. Breakfast. Brown medicine bottle, corked up. Show you that in a second. Little melted guy. I think he'll look cool when he's all cleaned up. Very abstract and flowy. Another little button. Another ramekin. And then this. I think it's a silver. That's usually what silver looks like when it comes out of these burns. It looks like a pike pole. Huh. It's like a ferry pike.
It's pretty.
There. So they put those on long poles. If you found that in a river, what that would be is where you push across the bottom of a... That's like the pole that you use to push the ferry down to a point. That's usually what it is it goes on the tip of wood. And it'll be a wooden pole and it'll be like 10 or 15 foot long. Just the barge that they... Yeah, that's there's big farm stuff and everything in here, so I wouldn't be a bit surprised if somehow this was the entire surrounding community, the schools, the hospital, everything, you know? So, but yeah, I think that's some sort of oh, I don't know, ornate Art Deco, 1920s, perhaps silver. Guessing it's silver.
Oh,
Little thing.
yeah.
Lamp piece or something. It's the base of some Tiffany thing.
Very nice.
Feeling up that hole. Look at your crazy finds pile.
Crazy.
It's half the size of you.
It's a lot of cute stuff.
Going for the steeps. We have moved and we're exploring. She's over underneath the madrone. Just found a, oh, well, it's copper. It's got holes all the way through it. Oh, it's the center of an old bicycle. It's where the spokes would have gone. That's cool. We're just gonna do some little shallow digging and finish out the day like that. Very next thing, a little spoon. It will all clean up just fine. It's got a nice blue color to it too. It's just rusted because it was sitting in piles of cans. This dirt is literally decomposed cans. So just like in the ocean, it's basically gotten a concretion of stuff on it, but it's not what the actual metal is. So we'll have to wait and see. What the banks look like as you come up to them. We're just kind of going in right here. Look at that beautiful, beautiful pattern in there. It's a little bottle. Look. Got a little pattern all around it. Oh, it's even patented on the bottom. Awesome. That is a cute little perfume bottle. Yay! When did we stop needing beautiful things? Gold gilding at the top. Little flower pattern on there. When did we quit needing beautiful things? And when did more become better? Piece of the mirror. Abstract bottle top, looks like a pipe almost. Wizard pipe. I believe that might be a pocket watch. I think it's kind of hexagonal. I think that might be its face. Its little arm still left, the winder on the top. And a spot you could get into the back. Pretty sure. We'll have to clean that up more, but that would be my personal find of the day. So, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking it is. I already did a bunch of scraping on it with sticks and stuff. Oh yeah, I can see it as it starts to dry out. Wow, still got its little time arm on there. It's almost 1 o'clock. It's got both of them. Yeah, we better just let this dry out. Look at the pattern on this piece of like carnival glass. I wonder what it was. Maybe a lampshade or something. Or no, like a candy dish. It must have been a candy dish. Ooh. That was our first cut of the day. That may have been, but it's so sharp that, hey, don't even need stitches. So, yeah, that is beautiful. It's like a pink. And look at the patterning on the bottom. Goes from just teeny tiny scales out to bigger. It looks like it had little legs on it, so it would have sat like that and somehow dished up in the middle. And wow, it's made of some fine molecular silicate. It just severed my cells. Holy moly. Okay. We have a theme going on with this bubble glass. Look at this piece. Another awesome, beautiful dish. Wow. Well, I just saw a coin shape here, and then it kind of disappeared on us because this caved in a little bit. Let's try not to lose it. Oh man. Not sure how much slid in. Oh. There it is. There it is. Oh, it's a nickel. Okay. We can calm down. It's a 5 cent. Pretty modern. Get the date off of that. In case I think that they had a pinch of, yeah, it's a 43. So it has a pinch of silver in it, I think. You can correct me on that. I gotta get home and look it up. But I think they were using the nickel for the war effort, so it's definitely a war nickel. And yeah, we might have found a technically silver coin. It's at least our second coin of the day, and that's really hard to do in a bottle dump. Going really slow is why. I mean, you just gotta trowel through it real gentle. Cool little one, but it's got its oh, it's patent pending too, but it's got its little screw top knocked off. Wipe that off, it's like a leaf. You see it?
Oh yeah.
There's like flower prints and stuff. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it's that, oh yeah, the rainbow pink sheen. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah. Thank you. Horlicks malted milk lunch tablets. Mmm, sounds good. That's cool. Big old ball bearing. Oh. It's pretty fun. Something, and it had a threaded lid, yeah.
Oh.
That's a big chunk of brass.
I know. I thought it was so thready.
Are we going to do a cleanup?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not here, but down there. So today's quest, a wonderful selection of unbroken bottles, all intact. Made it through the fire insulator.
Let's grab that up real quick, because it's an electric insulator, and then it melted, but in a really cool way.
But all intact.
Yeah, for sure. And super individual. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
It's alright. Just the bottles. I'm saving this melted for an ashtray. It's just
the classic melted.
Classic melted. This also a nicely melted rim.
For sure.
Very cute. It's going on the big chime I'm making. Yeah. Melted aluminums. Test tubes from back in the day. Some pretty thin ones. I'm not sure what those were for, but these are probably
lobotomy juices.
Lobotomy juices. And then cold cream jars. This one has the lid. This guy's little but got melted intact. No lid, chipped on the edge. Cute little gear for my thing. All old canning lids with the porcelain inside of all of them.
Oh man, I wish we knew what they all said.
And one of them had 2 in it, so I don't know if they're all going to have 2 in it, but one of them that I opened up that this corroded off of had 2 of those in it, so they're all intact inside, all of them. So I never found that many intact. A little loop. I found a fork
It's not just a little loop. That's a Rain's guide.
Alright, well,
So that goes.
it was the only ring I found of the day.
So that goes down into wood, and when the traces of a horse come back to the person that's steering it, that's what they go through. It's a Rain's guide.
So it's real.
Yeah.
A fork from Victor and Company. Something overlay, so I think it's silver overlay. I'm gonna clean it up, and it had a strike on it from me. A fork to go, a knife to go with it, but I'm gonna have to see what he really looks like because he's far gone. Oh, here's the spoon that I struck. And then, oh, this is the Victor silver overlay, so he'll clean up nicely, but you can see the silver's all intact on it probably. It might even be, and I didn't get the name off this fork yet, but he's in rough shape. And my 3 favorite pieces of the day was my porcelain. So my china person, the looks like flying bird.
Yeah.
And then a beautiful, maybe 50s, but it was so cute. All right, and of course, oh, my favorite thing, yeah.
We think that they are for pushing ferries and stuff across, for a pole for pulling in water areas. If you know what else that might be, they definitely had a wooden pole that came out of it, and a screw that held.
Is there a screw hole in there?
Yeah. There's the screw. So good.
Good bottle day.
Yeah, for sure.
Good dump day, bottle dump. And the quest goes on.
And the quest goes on. And I'll be back with you guys in a little while with some cleaned up shots of everything. But for now, we're gonna go get dinner. Here we are back at home. I just wanted to take the time to clean some of it up. I haven't actually taken the time to clean the rest of it up, but I will in the future, I promise. I did look up this 1943 nickel, and it does have 30% silver in it because it's a war nickel from the war years, and they needed the nickel, and so that makes it more rare and pretty cool. And a silver coin out of the pile. That are rather weedy, so lucky to find that. Our little thimble, that's the most complete little thimble that I've ever found. Beautiful condition. And our pocket watch, which ended up being so much more ornate than I would have guessed. It still has, I didn't know if this was a pressure valve or a watch when I picked it up. You could almost see the workings inside there still. It's missing its back plate and its winder and its glass. And it's the hard end of time, but it is beautiful. You can see all the numbers on there still, and they're kind of gothic. The hands are frozen just after midnight, which might be where we're at now. And I just think that's one of the coolest finds I've ever found in the stopwatch world, for sure. So, just a beautiful little piece. Says everything. That is kind of one of the things that you hope to find, is things that remind you of the human beings that were attached to them and the moments in time, and that's literally it frozen. So, cleaned up our red lens. You can see the yellow gold of it, which hints at its makings. Again, this is a glass that required the actual element of gold to be able to turn it red. And most likely the lens off of a bus. Although all the old red glass lenses of everything were gold glass. Here's our bottles, including our Union Pacific, or Pacific Union Dairy, which is a local college. And so this was one of their milk jugs, and it's a little half pint. So to find one whole is awesome. Whatever these are, I have not identified the type of bottle yet. Cups, glass fuse, our malted milk lunch tablets, lots of copper wire, big old nice stopper, probably a old wine stopper or something. That one's good condition and quality made, and I saved all of our shards for some sort of project. Some spoons I have not cleaned up yet. Our bicycle hub, I thought that maybe because it's a metal antique greened out copper bicycle hub that I could use it for the center of a wind chime or something, because it's already got all the holes in it. I don't know, but I saved a couple pieces out of this just because they seemed like good artistic tools. And then the bottles, of course. Salt shaker. And all the milk glass I could get my hands on. Thank you for coming on another quest for details. I'll see you next time. Please take care of yourselves and each other if you get the chance.